Subway employs a dedicated team of people. There are hundreds of thousands of sandwich artists, managers, franchisees, field consultants, and development agents around the world. Let's take a look at Subway's corporate structure and see how it works, starting with the leadership of Fred DeLuca.
One of the great things about this company is, and Fred DeLuca is still involved on a day-to-day basis, I think that's a big part of our success, and I think that's a big part of our organization and our organizational structure. We've structured the company in such a way that the communication always goes through. You know, it's not a huge bureaucracy. People can talk to the big boss.
Subway's world headquarters in Connecticut employs several hundred people who oversee the various services provided to the tens of thousands of franchisees. One of the largest departments inside Subway is operations. Their primary customer is the franchisee, and they handle everything from the ground up, building stores, the equipment that goes in them, as well as outfitting the decor. Operations also oversees an ongoing training program that comprehensively outlines every function in Subway's restaurants.
The basis of all that is the operations manual, or we call it the Red Book. You really know what it is you should be doing at any given time about just about anything having to do with a Subway restaurant.
The development department is all about bringing in new franchisees to the system.
My goal as Chief Development Officer is to have Subway in every country, on every corner, to make Subway a household name in your country.
Development oversees every aspect of developing new business.
New business development entails going into locations that are sort of unique locations. It's going into airports, into colleges, universities, into stadiums and arenas. So we like to say from A to Z, from airports to zoos.
For example, 28-year-old Dwayne Thomas manages a Subway located in a church.
Sometimes you can hear the music going on from the church services as well. So it's adjacent, attached right inside of the building.
Research and development ensures that the products Subway sells are fresh, with fresh new ideas too.
The biggest challenge is to get something that's healthy, affordable, and really, really tasty.
Supporting all this is a cutting-edge technology department led by Thijs van Hout.
Our vision is to make technology a strength for Subway. It allows us to make the sandwich, ring up the sales without having to worry about all the details because technology is taking care of that.
We're using text messaging in our stores where the customers can leave their office and text message to our store what they want on their sandwich today. And that's been very popular.
Yeah, and the other thing, for example, smart receipts. So if a customer did not buy a drink, they get a drink coupon. If a customer did not buy a combo, they get a combo coupon.
We are working on systems now that will allow us to really create a terrific one-on-one type of experience for each customer, making their visit just that much more valuable.
One of the biggest beneficiaries of technology has been Subway's training department, with the online introduction of the University of Subway.
We have over 300 Subway-specific courses geared toward people in the Subway family.
We always provide ongoing training through the University of Subway, through conferencing calls, road training, so it's a never-ending cycle.
Every aspect of Subway's corporate activity is closely monitored by their legal team. As a U.S. corporation, most of the standards are developed based on U.S. law. Then best practices are adapted all over the world.
Starting in 1979, the federal government came out with a disclosure rule. So we've been preparing prospectuses for the sale of franchises ever since then, and we give them to every franchisee who buys a franchise worldwide. Additionally, we have a trademark department that watches over the trademarks all over the world. We have a legal standards group that makes sure that the standards are followed by the franchisees throughout the system.
We just have such a huge number of franchisees, and getting and making sure that they all toe the line the way they should be with the operations manual.
So that when you go into one Subway store in one town, it's going to be the same thing in another town or another country.
Since Subway is worldwide, their corporate structure is replicated at field offices all around the globe.
I'm the regional director for Latin America and the Caribbean, so I take care of all the countries outside of the US and Canada and the Western Hemisphere. And my role is essentially to help them develop to their full potential and growth in terms of the world of Subway.
From Miami, where our regional office is, we oversee all the activity in this region. So as the operations head, I'm responsible for making sure that the stores run properly, that they are set up properly, and all the procedures are being followed.
Many times things are not easy, they're not perfect, it's not set, even though you think, well, it's a giant chain, everything must be just all organized and absolutely perfect, and no, it's not. You have to start and be very creative and very resourceful and make things happen in a smart and a sustainable way.
Subway is the largest franchise in the world, and managing the massive supply chain is critical.
I'm the president of IPC, Independent Purchasing Cooperative, and we handle the supply chain management for the Subway restaurant chain. Supply chain management is the food, the packaging, the services that the franchise use in the restaurants.
I'm responsible for actually purchasing the food, equipment, services, etc., everything that a franchisee would spend money on to operate their business.
Highly sophisticated infrastructure and a network of closely connected purchasing agents keep costs low, so profit potential is high. Another powerful division of Subway manages national and local advertising. They're called the Franchisee Advertising Fund, or FAF.
Each country in international versus North America has their own allocation funds, if you will. Out of that amount, a portion of that national uses for national advertisement and national sponsorships, and then another portion of it comes back to each local market where we supplement national buys for television. We do local promotions.
Subway. Managing communications between the worldwide corporate offices and the vast field of franchisees are Subway's development agents.
It's a whole bunch of responsibilities. It's a very complex work. Everything from opening new stores, selling franchises, doing equipment ordering, floor plans, finding new locations, getting new leads.
But you're really advising people on the proper way to run a business constantly, and that's we're teachers and coaches.
Working alongside the development agents are field directors and consultants.
I oversee the staff, make sure things are getting done right, working directly with the owners, directly with the managers, taking the knowledge I had as being a franchisee and being business consultants for them.
We look over about 400 stores in California for franchisees, make sure that they're doing great and helping them out. So we're consultants to the company, we're mentoring certain areas, and we're always thinking about the next thing to do in Subway.
And the entire system is structured to support Subway's first and foremost customer, the franchisee.
The goal as a franchisee now is to develop my own stores and open more and more locations and grow along with the chain.
Subway's corporate culture encourages communication at all levels so that as a quick service restaurant franchise, they can move quickly.
Because there are various levels involved, we try to not look at them as levels, but more opportunities for communication and to get answers and for people to know where to go.
And as a company, they can operate more like a family.
We are the world's largest mom and pop, and we do think about our franchisees, our DAs, our managers, and our staff as part of our family.